Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of E-Rants. I'm your host, Felix Long Trousers. Man, check this out, man. This is the first time on E-Rants. I want to let you know I'm just a random guy who likes to talk about random stuff that interests me, and I just feel like I need to inform you guys about it. If that sounds sexy or attractive to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. That way you'll be one of the first to hear the voice. Same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure, and those likes definitely let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Email me, description box below. But let's not waste no more time. We have a reaction video, man. You guys know, anytime Brittany Renner tries to make a video, I have to be there. I have to be there to react to it. Why do you ask? Because I'm an evil mofo, son. I'm an evil mofo, son. I just cannot have this street collegiate athlete out here just causing a ruckus, right? For those of you guys who don't know, Brittany Renner right now is going on a freaking I'm Not a Thought tour, or whatever, even though I'm a thought, still wife me up tour, right? She's going on crazy adventures, right? Trying to find as many individuals to interview her. This time she has fallen upon the guy that most people want to call the Godfather himself, Kevin Samuels, right? So I'm pretty sure Kevin Samuels is going to ask some serious probing questions, right? DJ Academics, I feel like he did enough to allow any naysayers who believe that, Brittany Renner might be somewhat of a female that they want to take home as a wife. I think DJ Academics pretty much slammed the javel and has made it official by the nation, right? I think a lot of people in the nation who are not simps have realized that Brittany Renner is not the person you bring home to the mother at all. No, she's the girl that you take to the back of the dumpster and you give her 3 pumps and keep it pushing. That's the type of girl Brittany Renner is at this point, right? If you're able to get in her for JJ, which I heard it's not as hard as people. Actually, let me not say that. I'm pretty sure she only goes after, guys that have clout and money though. So I mean, let's be honest, right? I'm just coming at her because I want to be able to slap my salami somewhere upon her body. I don't know if her lower back, maybe slap it on her toes or something like that. Maybe her shoulder. I think that's different. I'm not really seeing a lot of guys slapping their meat on her shoulder, but yeah. I'll be honest with you. I love y'all, man. I really love y'all to death, man. But this interview is like an hour and 20 something minutes. I'm not about to do the whole reaction, bro. I'll probably do about 15 minutes of it, man. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below if you guys want to watch the full interview. But yeah, I just can't. Especially, I already kind of survived an aneurysm from my other reaction video when it had the whole Lana Rhodes thing, and they were just saying spewing complete utter stupidness. And I feel like Brittany Renner is going to continue that. And listen, I need my brain. I need my brain to be able to work. All right. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it.
Let's see. That I am a gold-digging, manipulative, evil, whorebag slut who has no real talent, who has sucked and fucked her way to the top, and is a overhyped, below average looking girl with clout who is only relevant because of her ass.
Well, damn.
In this moment. You also forgot that you are a registered lumberjack. For those of you guys who don't know what a lumberjack is, it is somebody that chops wood, and by wood I mean male genitalia, right? I'm pretty sure you guys realize what I mean by that. Yes, I'm pretty sure she said that in there some way, but I just wanted to make sure that we gave her a strategic name that is a lumberjack. She chops major lumber, major wood. She is a super lumberjack. I'm pretty sure if you see her arms, she has somewhat strong biceps for a woman, right? Somewhat strong biceps, right? To really chop the wood, man. She's a chopper. I'm not talking about like a freaking helicopter or anything. She is a chopper. She is chopping the wood, right? Off the rip, I don't know if she's trying to say that to make people feel sorry for her. We saw the DJ Academics interview and everything like that. We already know what you are. We know that everything you just said right now is exactly what you are, right? Will that stop gentlemen from trying to penetrate you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, men, we think with our penises, so we definitely will try to penetrate you. But I will tell you this. I feel like less guys are willing to go in raw. And listen, I'm an advocate for going in raw. You guys know that. You know that. Raw is law. It has to be raw. It's just the thrill of not knowing if this girl has an STD or if this girl is going to get pregnant. It's a thrill. It's a thrill. I'm telling you, those ejaculations feel a whole lot better because it's such a rush. Damn, I'm good. All right, we kind of moved a little bit forward, right? Because some of the stuff that I just had right there, I just felt like it was just a lot of rambling and stuff, right? I'm barely alive at this point, so I just moved on a little bit further. I think we're getting into some juicy stuff right now, so I think we're gonna start the video around here, man. I'm telling you guys, I'm going through this for you guys because I love you guys, man. I'm telling you, my brain. Okay, that was weird. Let's do this. Let's hear her talk. Proceed with caution.
I have been crucified. I'm a very easy target. So I think, yeah.
For example, what do you mean?
So I just recently did an interview with DJ Academics, and I feel like a lot of clips were taken and were like, she's a whore, she's this, you're just a side chick, like whatever the case may be. But I feel like because I tell the truth, my truth, it's just easy to pick on me. Like I don't really, cause like, okay, I mean, I guess to get specific, the recent situation with my child's father. Mm-hmm. He's 6 years younger than me. They're saying that I planned it. It was just some evil plan that I had in my mind, and I skated as soon as I had the baby.
Slim, is this you?
First people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
I know I used that video before. I just had to make sure that everybody knows that's her, right? That's her, right? She looks a little bit different, but that's her, right? That's her? I just want to make sure that's her because it looks a lot like her. It looks a lot like her. Why is she acting like she didn't drop that video? So why is she... Almost happened right there. Almost had the aneurysm right there. Okay, all right, let's go back.
I skated as soon as I had the baby, blah, 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 blah.
All right.
And the reality is I thought my person was 6 years younger than me. But that's not what everyone else sees. That's not for me to sit here and try to convince people that, like, what it was. But I think just living out loud, like you said, it comes at a cost. Whether you're talking about your experiences in a book, whether your relationship is public, there is a cost. Not like we're in a world too even with you. I've listened to a ton of your messages, just watching you, and I feel like the point is often missed because people hear what they want to hear and they make up in their mind that you're a woman hater, you're this, you're gay, blah, 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 blah. That's what they say. So they're gonna take it and compute it however they may please.
So
before Kevin Samuels talks, I just want to, I'm sorry I keep stopping the video. You do understand though, right? You do understand that
you're a fucking slut. You're a slut. And if it wasn't because of me being a stand-up dude, I would have had you lock her ass up and put her the fuck away.
Like, we're not stupid. Like, we've seen everything. Like I said, you left breadcrumbs, right? I don't want to call them breadcrumbs. You left full loaves of bread. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much allowing everybody to know the type of Dottolina you are. This is not something that, you know, Sherlock Holmes needs. I think it's an open shut case. You're not calling Law and Order SVU or anything like that. I think the moment they come in here, it's like, hey, listen, we got the murder weapon right here. We got the person right here with a letter admitting it. You left everything there, and you found a sucker in PJ Washington. So I mean, just the way you've been moving throughout your life as of recently has moved like a strong Catalina, somebody of the streets, you know. I would say somebody of the streets, rather. You know what I'm saying? I want to say the streets of the round tables of the streets, whatever you want to call it. You seem like a construction worker, somebody who leaves pavement on the floor on a daily basis. So I mean, I think a lot of people are seeing the BS, and you going on this "I'm not a thought" tour, or "I'm a thought and I embrace it" tour. It's not really helping. It's not really helping. You're gonna get piped though. I want to make that clear again. You're gonna get piped, but you're not gonna get wifed. At least. Not by somebody of importance. Let's continue.
So, and with something, and with that being the case, there's a tendency to isolate.
Okay.
There's a tendency to isolate, and there's a tendency to do this to the world. Because it's like, if everybody's gonna do this to me, I'm gonna do it back to them. All right, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But what do you want out of life with other people that's not this? Do you want additional children one day? Do you want a family life? Any of these things? Have you thought about any of these things?
Ideally, I would love a family. I think the sole reason I was so excited to have my son was because I wanted, the matching pajamas on Christmas. To me, family is everything. I was raised with my grandparents. So for me, they did the best they could with the awareness they had. But my mom and dad, they never married. And my mom isn't married.
They didn't do the best they could. You came up as a street officiator. You are the streets. You are one with the streets. You bonded with the streets. Morpheus came down, gave you 2 pills. You could choose regular family or the streets. You chose the streets. In fact, you asked him if he had any more of the streets pills so I can get some more of that. You know what I'm saying? You were like, oh, you holding that? You got some more of that? Let me get. Reaching in his back pocket, boom. Also probably grabbed in his pants, grabbed his schmeat. Because, the streets, once you took that first pill, just, oh my God, it was enticing. So the streets made you have to go grab the schmeat real quick, jerk it a little bit, then grab some more of the street pills and then ran off before Neo can come and get your ass. All right? It's a lot of Matrix reference right there. I'm pretty sure you guys know about the Matrix and stuff like that. So we're not going like that. Don't you dare say that about your grandparents. They did a terrible, terrible job. I don't know. I'm an asshole though, so maybe saying the grandparents did a terrible job was a bad thing. But no, I mean, hey, you saw somebody do, like, the daughter end up being a porn star or something like that, or OnlyFans or something like that. I think the parents did a bad job in raising her. They stopped her from doing this stuff. Embarrassing. Continue.
And my mom isn't married now. My dad is. And it's just like, for me, it's just always been a dream to have that in-household unit. And I just feel like, due to recent events, now it's like, yeah, it is stepdaddy season. And that wasn't my choice, even though it was my choice. There were things that transpired where I just felt like, okay, I'm gonna have to choose me. But yeah, I want a family, but it is going to take, honestly, at this point, I don't know who would want to sign up to be with me. And that's just being all the way.
No one. I think we're making a breakthrough here, though. All right? I think we're making a breakthrough. You realize this. You realize that no one would sign up to be with you, right? I'll say this: they'll sign up to smash you. I have to reiterate that. I have to make that clear. They will sign up to smash you because their cheeks are pretty decent, above decent. Let me say that, above decent. But that's all they're gonna do. They're gonna smash you and push you to the corners. Who knows? Maybe you might get a guy who'll smash you and also take you to Cold Stone, get some ice cream and stuff. So at that point, boom. Now you got Dick and Cold Stone, so I guess that's not too bad at the same time, right? So maybe, who knows, right? Hey, listen, Cold Stone's pretty good, right? And if he really likes you, might take you to Auntie Annie's and give you some of those little pretzels with the freaking cinnamon and sugar on top. Oh my goodness, this stuff is good. Now you get Dick, pretzels, and Cold Stone. Hey, listen, other girls in your position don't even get that. They might get one McDonald's fry. Let's continue.
Being all the way transparent. I don't know.
I'm not big into celebrity gossip and all this stuff. I just don't. Kind of surface level, I know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But from a PR standpoint, have you told there's a story that's out there. And I think, all right, but is the story accurate?
No.
All right. Well, then let's skip back. If the outcome you want is truly the family that, like most of us who didn't grow up with a family, we long for that, we want that.
Yeah.
All right. What matters more, getting that or let's just call it your entrepreneurial empire? Because you can't have both.
Why is that?
You got to pick.
Why do I have to choose though?
Because life is about choices and trade-offs. And one of the biggest lies that's been told to your generation is you can have it all at the same time. Show me one person that has it all at the same time.
You can't be a part of the street coalition and also be a family person. It doesn't mix. It's like oil and water. You have to choose one. You either choose the streets, which I feel like you have chosen with open arms, or you choose a family, which, like I said, you've already avoided that. You left this guy, PJ Washington, after what, a few weeks after the baby was born, son? Come on, man. Now you're getting the check. Now you want to choose both. No, you're not. You're not gonna get that, man. All you're gonna do, you're gonna receive pipe, and you're gonna like it. That's it. You're just gonna receive pipe, and then, hey, when you're in the bedroom, don't look over and be like, so what are we? You dare ask that question? What are we, son? I swear to God. I swear, you never ask that question. You know what we are. You're a street collegiate athlete. That's it. D1. D1, you're going to the league, son. I'm not trying to know. Don't ask me, what are we? Hey, what are we? I know we're having fun and stuff, but have you ever thought about get the hell out of my house? Get the hell, I told you about this. You thought it was a game? Because now if I entertain your talking, it's almost like you're in prison and that person asks you for the piece of your cornbread. You don't really want the cornbread, but you give it to them, and now they ask you for the cornbread every single day now, and before you know, you end up being his bitch and stuff. No, it's not like that. Because now if I play around with you, you can be like, oh, he's warming up to me. He's warming up to me. He thinks he can, I can say this here and there, and then before you know, we might be in a relationship. Hell no. Get the hell out of my house. Get the hell out of my house. Tell Tiana Trump I'm trying to talk to her, son. That's what I'm doing. If you don't tell her, I'm going to tell her, but I want you to tell her because I'm pretty sure I gave you a decent dick because you want me to wife you up. So I'm assuming my dick is decent. So tell Tiana Trump, because I know she's a part of you guys are both together. Go to the round table gladiators of the streets and stuff, and you put in a good word for me, and then we can move on from there. I think that can pretty much work. No pouring of harboring on the fact that I'm not with you anymore and stuff like that. Let's just keep moving. Of course, when I say with you, I'm not talking about me and myself. I'm just talking about whoever the hypothetical other guy who's giving you pipe is, right? Because me, I wouldn't be able to. I'm kind of scared of STDs. I know I've always said if you believe in Disney, you won't get STDs. But Brittany Renner.
I think that's I don't know a person off the top of my head.
Because it's impossible. It's impossible to have it all at the same time. The things that when you start really letting your guard down and softening up, that's what you want. Then you have the things that we feel like we need. Mm-hmm. Cool. But you can't have it all. It's like you can't have this life and then have a normal private life.
Right.
You can't, because it's too public. Mm-hmm. Who you don't know who you're meeting, you don't know why you're meeting them, and you got to calculate every time you meet somebody what's the damage that can be done to the end goal because you're youth. Mm-hmm. That's not normal.
It's not.
So that comes along with it. So all things being equal, what matters more in the long term to you? Is it the family life, that kind of stuff, and still living a decent life, or is it the speaking your truth and the whole Wendy Williams kind of thing we were talking about?
See, I think that's a good question, but I almost feel like I can't get too far away from the empire, because if I get too far from the empire, any man that I'm with, at some point in time, I'm gonna have to get in compliance and kind of sign up for whatever his set of rules are, right? Get on his program, I should say. And I am well aware of what's out there. I'm well aware a lot of guys are going to steer clear of me, which is fine. So that's why
No. We'd rather drive into a wall than be with you at this point, right? Unless it's to lay down the pipe like plumbers in your vagine. You know what I'm saying? But yes, but for the most part, we are driving into a wall. If we see, definitely, boom, into the wall. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up homicide like that. Well, suicide rather. I don't know why I say homicide. But somebody might be in that wall too, kill that person too, just to make sure that they don't, run into you as well. So sometimes we're doing God's work in a sense that way. But with her, yes, definitely. The fact that she is pretty much the embodiment of a lot of modern Western women. She doesn't want to be submissive. That's basically what she's saying, right? I got to get with your program. What do you mean by that? You don't want to be submissive. That's it, right? that shows me you're not going to bring peace in this relationship. You're going to come out very assertive, most likely. You're going to come out very masculine. What guy is going to want to deal with that, right? And granted, it seeming by the way this interview is going, it seems like you know that. It seems like you are going to be single, right? But at the same time, I feel like deep down, you are kind of still doing this with hopes that the king simp is out there. I don't know. Tyler Perry's single. Steve Harvey, his marriage, God knows how long that lasts, so he might be in the open market. Russell Wilson and Sierra, I give it about 10 more years before Sierra leaves him, right? Because she realized that he's too much of a simp. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things. This is the simp bat signal that she's letting out right now for the guys. It's definitely the simp bat signal. If you guys don't know what the simp bat signal looks like, it's pretty much a man kneeling over on all fours, right, with a woman with a whip standing on top of him while also having a strap on, partially in his butthole. That's pretty much what the simp signal is for any simp. And the moment simps see that, their eyes just gleam with happiness and joy because they know they're going to be taken advantage of, and they just love it. They love being demasculated and everything like that. Ask your local simp. I'm telling you, son. Tell them like, hey, dude, do you want this girl to take you? Take advantage of you? They're like, oh man, do I ever? Oh my God, sign me up for that. Oh my God. Now another simp come out and they fight to the death. Simp pride and stuff like that. Just a whole lot of stuff. Just like the simp war, simp games. So she's definitely doing that right now, right? There's gonna be a simp out there. There's gonna be a simp out there for the most part if they're not killed by the car that we crash, right? Because the guys who aren't simps are gonna crash before they go into that. All right, they're gonna crash before they go into that garage. You feel me? They're gonna crash, boom, and then hopefully they catch one of the simps trying to go. I'm like, oh no, I'm taking you with me. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it like that. But her, she's spewing a whole lot of stuff right now. To a dumb person, she sounds very intelligent. But no, she's not. She wants the streets. She's trying to fight against the streets, but it's so embedded in her. Remember, I told you she took so many of those Morpheus pills, the freaking pills of the streets. It's just, I can't. It's like I want to. It's like I've already ingested. She probably ingested 4,200 pills. 4,200 pills of the street. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. You can't just digest that. That's something that sits in there and lingers. What's that thing that if you eat gum and stays in there for 7 years? I mean, she's been a part of the street since 2015. She probably got one more year left, right? But keep in mind, she ate 4,200 pills. That's a lifetime worth of streets. She's gonna be a granny, still out there as a commissioner of the streets with a staff and everything, a whole staff. Have assistants in the back. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're not a part of the streets long enough, though, she sends you off to be beheaded. Scary, man. It's some spooky stuff.
Fine. So that's why, as much as I want the family, I want the matching pajamas on Christmas, it's almost like I can't really put all of my eggs in that because I'm going to have to make sure me and my son are financially okay. No matter what happens to his dad, no matter what is to come, I feel like I can't just say, oh, I just want a family. Like, I did that. I wasn't really posting on social media. I had to kind of trade off. You want to be able to sit at home, not work? Well, there's certain things you're not gonna post.
Well, I often hear women say these paradoxical things that I want a family, but it's almost like you want family without the compliance.
It's not that there's anything wrong with getting in compliance. I just feel like when you are under a man's roof, under his law, if you're not okay with certain things, the only way that you can is if you have your own thing. So it's like, if I don't like your set of rules and I don't have anything to fall back on, then what am I gonna do? Like, I have to be able to stand on my own. So it's not that empire's more.
Well, I mean, see, and this is where we end up getting to so at the end of the day, it's you ahead of the things you say you want. Because human beings are meant to pair up and be in family units. That's what we're meant to be. So it's like, what I'm hearing is what I typically hear: fear, scarcity, and lack. It's like, well, I can't put all my eggs in a basket with a man because it could go awry. So I need to have an exit strategy and a backup plan. Okay. And no matter how we get to it, it's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Because you can't, because it's like, if you're on a man's program, the implication of being on a man's program is somehow fraught with risk and somehow negative.
I can only speak from my personal experience. And when I was with my child's father, there were kind of a certain set of expectations for that relationship. And if I didn't want to have to pay bills, didn't want to work, you could have the car, we're in the $1.6 million home, like you really just kind of sit down, shut up, suck a dick, and be pretty. And that's cool. Like some women sign up for that. But I do think too, like you said, they are allowed to weigh their options. I can't remember the terminology that you used.
High value men don't cheat, they exercise options.
Right, they exercise options. So to me, I feel like unless you are ready to comply to whatever demands or rules that they have, then how can I comfortably just say, I'm just all about family?
Well, I mean, a lot of goes into that too, because it depends on the kind of man you deal with. The kind of man you deal with, the age of the man, the environment they live in. I mean, the stuff that I think of when you're talking about that, I come from the corporate world. It's not like the money isn't the same, but it's a different way. It's a different thing. So at the end of the day, what I'm hearing is, from where you've been, you know, I need to insure myself. Fine. But once that's insured, is that enough?
Of course it's not. I could have $100 million in my account right now and I'm still gonna be a miserable bitch.
Oh yeah, you can have $1 billion and I still see you miserable. I definitely do. I agree with you on a lot of this stuff right here. All the self-bashing stuff, I'm right there with you. Trust me, no sympathy on my side. I definitely agree. And people say men are disagreeable. How terrible? Who says that, right? Who are the people that's going out saying, I agree with everything she's saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a part of the streets, right? So I believe in nuance, right? Somebody can be a part of the streets and I can still agree with certain aspects of the stuff that they say, right? Oh, this girl right here, son, she's spewing a lot of stuff. I feel like, I don't know if it's like reverse psychology or what she's trying to do right now. But I'm really confused. My brain is kind of like quivering a little bit. When it comes to her though, I want her to understand that she is messing with a certain type of guy, right? A lot of people don't know that, even though I joke around about dudes cheating all the time, a lot of dudes don't cheat, believe it or not. A lot of dudes don't cheat. I would say about maybe 50% of dudes cheat. Maybe. I don't know exactly. I don't know the exact number. All right, but a lot of the guys that these girls are going after are the guys who are dick slingers, right? They're just dick slingers, just out here smashing everything, right? And a lot of these girls know these type of guys. These guys also, as Kevin Samuels would say, high value men and something like that, or the Pookies and Ray Rays that they just love in the hood and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, though. Or the Chads, if it's Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate whatever race you guys want to mess with me. That's whatever. But you go after these specific type of guys who are out here messing with so many women, who some people call womanizers. Not everyone, right? There's levels to it, right? Not everybody can just be smashing 20 plus joints a year. Some guys are smashing 10. Some guys are smashing, 10, 15, depending how much, but those guys are the guys who are constantly getting vag on a regular, right? And you knew that. That's what some of the reasons that you found that guy attractive, right? But now all of a sudden you want to husband this guy up, and you expect him just to change like that because your pussy is freaking laced with gold and sprinkles and glitter and stuff like that, right? And when all these other joints are out here giving up cheeks, I don't understand what you want. But rather, you could have picked a guy who some people will call a simp, or not even just a simp, or maybe just a guy who's just different, man. Who's just not one of those guys who are like these mainstream, because she's mainly messing with entertainers, athletes, and stuff like that. I mean, come on, man. Those guys are getting pussy thrown at them on a daily basis. You can get more of a regular guy, right? But the problem with her, if she was to get a regular guy, she would look down upon that guy. You can tell she would look down. She won't take him seriously, and she'd probably end up being the one who cheats, right? She'd probably be cheating anyways. Keep it aside with you, son. These type of joints, man. I've seen a lot of girls who swear up and down they've never cheated. Then you probe a little bit more, you find out that she's cheated and stuff. So many girls cheat just as much as dudes. They're just better at it, right? And this joint right here, she likes to play like this weird little mind game. She's really trying to come off like she's like chill, because the DJ Academics interview went terrible. She wants to make sure that this one comes out and shows her in a different light, right? It's her truth, man. Her truth is her truth. not everybody else's truth, right? But a lot of people try to make their truth everybody's truth. At the end of the day, this girl became one of the Queen Thatalinas of the Street Allegiance, Street Coalition, and she's trying to change it up. I don't.
My account right now, and I'm still gonna be a miserable bitch.
So this is why I'm such a big advocate for therapy, especially in the Black community. We don't learn how to do relationships.
Right.
We don't trust each other. We barely like each other. We hate fuck a lot.
Yeah.
So and to be some of the most romantic, dreamy people, when it comes down to relationships, we don't really speak very highly of them.
No.
So how do we fix that if you got to protect you and men feel like they can't trust women like you? That's a fair question. It's like, and here's the thing: who gives up first? Who says, all right, I'm tired of fighting, tired of warring? Do the women stop or do the men stop?
Well, how would I get a man to trust me? I feel like the only way maybe a man would trust someone like me is if I had my own and I could. If you have an answer, I'd love to hear it. I feel like, how else am I supposed to?
Because most of the time you talk, you say, I feel. When women run your feelings through your mind, that's fine. Your logic through your feelings, that's fine. I feel. I get it. How do you get to it? One way is ditch the rebel.
Did you want me to ditch a part of who I am?
No. Okay.
That's a big cost for me.
Then just like a man choosing to.
All right, listen. I'm gonna stop the video right there. Just off the strength right there. That kind of upset me a little bit, right? Because she says she wants to ditch the rebel, meaning that the rebel to me is the woman of the streets. That's what she is, and she doesn't want to ditch that. That tells me all I need to know, right? Steer clear away from her. Stay clear away from her, son. Because the rebel is that girl that makes the videos on her Instagram, clowning dudes and stuff, like pretty much double downing, letting everybody know that she finessed PJ Washington and she doesn't care. That's the rebel, right? That's the rebel. At the end of the day, those videos to me seem like a cry for help. She's just upset at herself, like, damn, what have I become? I'm really become a Tatalina. I took too many of those pills, man. Too many of those Tatalina freaking pills. Now I'm going to be an old street collegiate person, right? I mean, she's going to be one of those street people that come back to college, right? Because their main town was back in college, and then they'll be like, hey, look at the new freshmen of the streets and stuff like that, and be like, listen, when I was your age, man, I used to do this. You heard about PJ Washington? Probably by then, probably a whole different, new girl on block doesn't care. I'm like, oh, you old heads, this was back in your day now. The streets have totally changed now. We finessing dudes and this, or something like that. You know how the streets evolves as time goes by and stuff, right? City girls and all of that. City girls all be old, all that stuff, Lil' Kim, she was one of the entrepreneurs that started the streets, by the way. Fun fact, you know what I'm saying? Trina also played a role there too, but it's a little iffy on Trina and stuff, but really interesting stuff. I've done a little bit of research on the streets, but definitely check out my book, Felix Long Trousers, Don't Let the Streets Consume You. It's a bestseller, Amazon, check it out, definitely. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, just what I'm seeing right here, this is probably the one interview that I'm seeing of her that she seemed like she's really trying to be calm and stuff, trying to be friendly. Like I said, the DJ Academic interview went really bad. It really hit the rails. DJ Academics did not pull back any punches. He really went at her hard. But I don't see anybody really watching this interview, right? Granted, I'm going to watch the rest of this after I finish recording and stuff, but I can't see anybody watching this interview and thinking like, man, we got this wrong about Brittany Renner. Like, we think like Brittany Renner is not that bad of a person, right? We believe that she's not really a schlit. You feel me? We feel like that she's somebody that we could possibly wife up in the future, and she has had her situations. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious. I really don't think anybody's gonna see that and think, because she just went so hard with it, right? Like I said, with the videos, double downing and everything like that. All the times passed by and she wrote a freaking book. At this point, going out with Brittany Renner is almost the equivalent of going out with a porn star. It's going to be some people going to be like, what's wrong with going out with a porn star? You're sick. First off, son, I'm not going out with a girl that literally had been smashed on camera, right? And Brittany Renner, yes, she hasn't been smashed on camera or anything like that, but just the mere fact that she wrote that book, everybody knows, man. She's basically a Karen Steffens at this point, man. Cameron Step, you guys know Superhead, right? How you wife up a joint like Superhead? Superhead even came out and said that she would leave anything, even if she's married to a dude, to go get smashed by Lil Wayne and stuff. Like, come on, bro. That's the type of joint. Like, no, you don't wife up a joint like Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner is a girl that stays single for the rest of her life, and that's fine. That's fine. She's gonna be living on PJ Washington's money for quite some time, and if she's smart, she's gonna make the right investments. She'll be able to live a prosperous life alone, right? Or with a simp. But like I told you guys gotta drive your car. You find it if it looks like the simp. You know, simps usually have the hard eyes coming up, right? Usually have a choker around their neck because they're used to getting dominated. You see that? Just see them walking on the sidewalk. Just get your car. Just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, dude, you're doing God's work right there. You feel me? You're doing God's work. Brittany Renner. I was about to lie and say I would pray for her. I'm not. Whatever happens. I'll be honest with you, man. She's gonna find a dude, right? There's always a sucker. PJ Washington is not the stupidest guy in the world. He's stupid. He's not the stupidest guy in the world. She's gonna find another guy who's a sucker, right? I even heard that. I think Kevin Samuels might have smashed and stuff. I think somebody said they caught him smashed. I don't know how true that story is, but if he smashed, I mean, as long as you don't get her white, he don't wife her up and you get her pregnant, it is what it is. Like I said, the pipe is always available. I mark my words. You feel me? But it is what it is, man. I'm going to keep y'all posted if anything else drops. She drops any other terrible things. But I will definitely have to be checked into a hospital. My brain is a little bit mushy right now. It is what it is, though. But that's all I got to say on that. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as with the post notification. That way, you'll be one of the first to hear the voice. Same time, leave a like because I'm so damn insecure. And those likes definitely let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you got to buy the merch. Mofo. Men offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Email me. Description box below. That's all I got to say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.